as Microsoft says, this is an Xbox. This is everything's an Xbox, right? That's kind of the idea. So why do you need to buy a console at all? You can play all your Xbox games on your phone now or on your PC. They're making it even less logical to own an Xbox than it ever has. So, Kirsha, we saw a couple weeks ago when the Switch 2 was announced, they did not talk about the price of games at all. They went out of their way to not talk about the price of games. Do you recall that?
I vaguely recall that. My memory's not so great.
That's true. Well, not that your memory's not great, but they did, in fact, not talk about price of games, not talk about the price of consoles. And once people started digging, they saw, holy crap, the new Donkey Kong's $80. Whoa. Ooh. Yeah, that's crazy. And I'm sorry, the new Mario Kart is $80. Donkey Kong was $70. I keep getting Donkey. Holy crap, the new Mario Kart is $80. And Nintendo was like, hey, this game is worth $80. It is a big game. It's worth a lot. We feel like you will be justified with this purchase if you spend $80 for this. We've had a ton of stuff, okay? It's new. It's all this stuff. Well, people were like, look, listen, we see where this is going. People have talked about $100 video games with Grand Theft Auto, and we're getting one step closer as this morning it was announced that Microsoft is raising the prices of all Xbox Series consoles and Xbox games confirmed to hit $80 this holiday season. So the Series X, which was released 5 years ago, jumped $100 in price. So
usually older consoles go down in price until they become giga retro. I don't understand this logic.
Well, you can see the prices right here, going from $299. And this is part of the issue. There's a million different versions of the console. It's kind of confusing for the average consumer. But the Series X, $500 up to $600 here. The Series X 2 terabyte Galaxy Special Edition goes up $130. The Series X Digital also up $100 from $450 to $550. And that's where we're at. And you can see the upgrade in price for the Xbox Wireless Controller Limited Edition. By the way,
can you explain to me why the Xbox Elite Wireless Controller Series 2 Full is $200 fucking dollars? What is that?
I don't know. Blabs, see what the Xbox Elite Wireless Controller Series 2 Full is. Because just say, can you imagine going over to your friend's house and be like, I brought my Xbox Elite Wireless Controller Series 2 Full with me. Instead of like, here's my controller. I don't know. It's just kind of silly.
Like, if it's just a controller, I could not imagine what makes it $200. Or even before the increase, what made it $180. Like, that is absurd.
Well, I mean, this is definitely, like, the excuse behind this is going to be tariffs, obviously, right? Well, it's the big bad Trump man. He made us do this, right? But they say, we understand that these changes are challenging and they were made with careful consideration, giving market conditions and the rising cost of development. Looking ahead, we continue to focus on offering more ways to play more games across any screen and ensuring value to Xbox players here.
Oh my god, it is literally just a controller. Is this controller gonna, like, suck your dick and make you dinner? Because, like, $200? That is absurd!
Yes, absolutely. It will, in fact, suck your dick while you play video games.
So I found an article from the Game Rant. TLDR, it's put it simply, it says, the Xbox Elite 2 can do everything the Xbox Elite 1 does, but with more customization and additional features. Starting once again from the front of the controllers, the thumbsticks of the Elite 2 have more overhauled, allowing users to adjust the tension, blah, 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 blah. So it's like more internal mechanics.
Yeah, I want to see this
customization.
thing.
Oh, I'm going to put everything in the private chat for you.
Okay.
All I can think of, like, listening to this and looking at the controller is, you know, like a decade ago or so, where there were all those videos of, like, girlfriends getting mad at their boyfriend for spending too much time on their console, and so they would, like, destroy the console with a baseball bat or some shit. If they, like, went ahead and destroyed the console and a $200 controller, like, I'd completely understand if a murder took place. I'm not saying I agree with it, I'm just saying I would understand.
Here is the $200 controller here. It looks like a controller, but hey, Kirsha, you can play like a pro. right
oh
here.
my god.
Most pros, don't they just play on PC and mouse
Yeah.
with their mouse and keyboard?
Yeah, like anytime I'm forced to play with controller players in like a MOBA or even something like an action MMO, it's always very obvious who is the controller player.
I'm
Like
curious.
it's always a joke.
I'm curious to see how many of these they've sold. You know, like have they sold 10,000 of these, 100,000 of these? I'd be very curious. I mean, look, you get all the parts, you get the back paddles and stuff, and I don't know, interchangeable parts. Okay.
Gamers will continuously buy the sloppa. Like they will buy so much fucking sloppa, and it's like I'm included in that as well. I've made some pretty fucking dumbass purchases before, but console people, they will buy more sloppa than like PC people will for whatever fucking reason. I don't understand like the consumer mindset, but the stuff that you can get console people to buy is just a little insane.
Speaking of buying the sloppa, Eric from Yumi in the Movie says I have two.
Eric, you're part of the problem.
God
Although
damn
I
it,
really
Eric.
want to know, like, if it's genuinely a good product.
I'm sure it's a great product. Yeah, I mean, you can play like a pro, Blabs. That's what it says.
Yeah, but if you're still shit, I mean, what's there to play like a pro? You know,
Well,
I would never
need a
get
$300 controller.
Well, let's see the reaction of some folks. And I think Flash is probably right on with this. He says they already weren't selling. What could go wrong? Right. Xbox was viciously in third place in the console space. So let's just go and raise the price and make it harder and less appealing than everybody. Mudahar from Some Ordinary Gamer says even less reasons to own the Xbox here. I think a lot of people are here. Oh no, it's Alex. Says Microsoft had one job and they fucked it up.
Like, I don't doubt that the controller is probably like it feels good to use, but there's no reason it should be $200 fucking dollars. Like zero reason. A $60 was pushing it for a controller.
Dude, like I really when it comes to like controllers and stuff, it's such a. Have you ever bought a controller? Like just going to the store and bought one before? I always whatever I get with the console, that's what I play with.
Yeah, same. I mean, I've had to replace them, so I'll buy like a replacement controller occasionally. But other than that, like no, I've never bought any like special, crazy, super controllers.
This is my Xbox One controller. It's actually my third one because I wore out my first two actually. So the ones that came with the Xbox, but yeah, I got this one like 2 years ago. I think I bought it straight from Microsoft Online because I'm not gonna go to Walmart and pay extra. So yeah.
Synth Potato over on X says there's literally not a single reason anyone would buy an Xbox Series X for $600. Why is the console more expensive than the PS5 when it's not as powerful and it's been underselling for years? Never seen a console that's underperforming raise its price in response.
Yeah, it's insane.
And we also saw this as well. This is a really good point. It says it's a critical blunder by them too. This is their opportunity to drop prices and undercut the competition. Become an affordable console when Sony and Nintendo are chasing the money. Instead, Microsoft does what Microsoft always does over the last decade or so and blows their opportunity. It's pretty amazing to see, man. Pretty amazing to see where this is going. And the idea, I mean, look, we get it. Things are going to start raising across the board, but there is a tremendous opportunity here. And but hey, as Microsoft says, this is an Xbox. This is everything's an Xbox, right? That's kind of the idea. So why do you need to buy a console at all? You can play all your Xbox games on your phone now or on your PC. They're making it even less logical to own an Xbox than it ever has. So. I'm curious, will any of you watching right now be buying an Xbox anytime soon? Just curious. Blabs, would you go buy an Xbox?
You do realize I own an Xbox, right? So why would I get another one?
Go buy another one. Go buy another one. It's great.
No.